everybody. I'm here with Joel at Astaire Dance Studio in Rancho Bernardo, and we're going to be learning all about his business today.
Yeah.
Hey Joel, thank you for meeting with us today.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for coming in, and glad to have you here.
Awesome. So can you tell me a little bit about how you got started with this studio?
So this studio we opened up in 2013. So we're coming up on our 5-year anniversary here in October. We're very excited about it. My wife Kimberly and I started at another Fred Astaire in San Diego, and that's where we met and started teaching ballroom and developed a real passion for it and wanted to bring it to the community up here in Rancho Bernardo, and we've gotten just the best welcoming since we've been here, and great community, and the studio's continually grown and yeah, we're just thrilled to be here.
Nice. It seems like a good community for this because it's such a wide range of ages, from families to seniors.
It really is. Yeah, we have a really excellent student body that I feel, varies widely. And so it's always keeping us on our toes to keep our schedules fresh and to keep our curriculum and what we're teaching, and to stay current and always asking what people want. And it's been great.
Okay. Do you do any other type of dancing besides ballroom? Is it just ballroom dancing?
Yeah, so we do, ballroom dancing encompasses anything where the man's leading and the woman's following. So that will encompass your traditional ballroom, as well as swing dancing and some Latin dancing, Argentine tango, all sorts of fun stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I noticed you have like a star system on the wall in there. What is that about?
Yeah, so that's the Fred Astaire trophy system, and that's the curriculum that our instructors all get certified in. And it's just the progression of the different levels in the dancing. So we start off at a beginner level.
Okay.
Just teaching somebody the basics of how to move on the floor. And it progresses through our social foundation, and then into bronze, silver, and eventually gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the range of ages that would take classes here?
So we have a kids class where our youngest is 4, and we have about 5-6 kids that are in that class right now. We have a teen class that's starting to grow, and then I would say, anywhere from really, I've got some people in their young 20s that are having fun with it, all the way up to my oldest couple is 87.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and everywhere in between. But I would say that it is it's usually pretty active type people that are wanting to get out and move around and be social. So that's kind of every age range.
Okay. Let me see. What was it like when you first got started in this business?
So I got started in the business in 2004, pretty much fresh out of high school.
Okay.
And at that time you don't really know what you're getting into. I just knew that I liked it, and that I was learning something exciting, and I was good at it. I was good at the dancing, and more importantly, being able to communicate it to my students.
Right.
So I did that for a long time, and that was right when Dancing with the Stars came out.
Oh, okay.
So we were just seeing, I was right place, right time, and that's when the industry as a whole, I think, started growing a lot more, and it was very exciting, and I got to develop my skills as a teacher, and then I got to become a manager at that studio, and develop those skills, and then eventually opened up here.
So how old were you when you first started dancing yourself?
So I first started dancing actually my sophomore year in high school.
Okay.
They started a ballroom team, and the girls all had to go and recruit guys to be partners. So again, right place, right time, and so I got exposed to it then, and I really enjoyed it. And then after graduating, when I saw an ad for instructors, they would provide the training for you, but especially male instructors, it's hard to find guys that want to devote their every waking hour to dance necessarily. But so I already had a little bit of experience, and so that put a foot in the door, and the rest is history. Yeah.
And do you put on performances anywhere?
Oh yeah, so we do what we call showcases about every other month here at our studio.
Okay.
We do competitions about, I want to say maybe 6-7 times a year. We'll do local comps and comps around the country. I went to Hawaii last year, Vegas, Orlando, some really exciting competitions there. And then we do local shows, like we did a Dancing with Our Stars at the Escondido Performing Arts, or Center for the Performing Arts. That was a lot of fun. We've done that now 3 years in a row. And then just local demos around. We were at the Remington Club a little while ago for one of their parties, just doing some demos and stuff. So ballroom dancing definitely, as a profession, makes you perform a lot and always have that adrenaline rush. So
Right, yes.
it's kind of a day-to-day thing.
And your wife is working with you here in the studio? Or
She
no?
is,
Okay.
yes. So my wife Kimberly, she teaches here as well, and she helps pretty much run everything top to bottom here at the studio. She can do it all.
So the two of you pretty much run the show, or is there other people?
So there, right now we have a staff of 5.
Okay.
Kimberly, I'm sorry, 6. We have a staff of 6. We just grew recently. My wife and I, and then we have 2 other instructors, an office, a part-time office manager, and then we have a new trainee that we just hired on.
Okay.
Yes.
What are some odd requests you've had from clients?
Everybody has music that they love, that they fall in love with, that they have an idea that really only they have ever thought about in their head, and this provides an outlet for them to express that idea. So, like I did a Corella DeVille routine a while ago. That was pretty fun. I'm doing I'm doing a few routines that are Michael Jackson routines with themes and costuming and things like that. First dances are always fun. You get some very interesting people coming in wanting to do their individual first dance for their wedding that really represents them. And sometimes it's a very traditional, and we love to do that too, and that's very, very special. But there are some odd requests that will come in. AC/DC weddings, first dances, things like that. Highway to Hell, something like that. So that was a funny one. So you do get exposed to some different ideas and some fun things. The most interesting I had though was one time we had to choreograph a formation for a father-daughter dance, and we had like 30 couples that we were choreographing it for, and so the logistics of that. But it was really, really sweet because usually sometimes the men can be a little resistant to this, and when the fathers were doing it with their daughters, you saw the most motivated dads in the world, even if they were awkward as can be, fish out of water kind of thing. They still were trying so very hard, and that's really at the end of the day all that matters. As long as you're trying, we can work with you.
So what's your greatest challenge here?
The space is too small. We've grown a lot over the last 5 years, and so we're getting to a point where we're bursting at the seams, which is a great thing.
Yes.
We have high attendance in classes and high activity there, and so I suppose it's a good problem. We're looking forward to in the next few years, either expanding here or we may need to move somewhere else here in RB. But right now, that's one of our biggest challenges is just getting everybody into the space.
Right.
And then I would say finding new staff is proven to be challenging because this is something that you have to. A lot of times people think this is our part-time job. They don't appreciate that. They don't necessarily realize that we have instructors that put their every waking hour into studying their craft and their profession. Right. And it's an incredibly specialized profession.
Yes.
So it takes a lot of commitment and sacrifice to do that and to do it well. And so to find somebody who's willing to put that amount of time, effort, and energy into.
Yes, it has to be their passion.
They have to be passionate. You have to be 100% passionate about this. Otherwise, it simply doesn't work.
Otherwise, it's work.
It is work, and people can see that. And the cool thing about dancing is it's a joy, and you can be having the roughest day, even as a teacher. And when you get on a lesson, all of a sudden, your mood's incredibly better too.
Yes.
So it's one of those things that kind of brings life out of people.
So do you live in Rancho Bernardo yourself, or?
Yeah, we do. We moved up here 3 years ago.
Okay. And what do you like about Rancho Bernardo?
I don't have to get on a freeway.
Yeah.
I recognize my neighbors, and it's been a new experience for me being a member of the community, and knowing other business owners, and the familiarity with the place, and I would say that.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see. So your goals over the next year would be, I know eventually get a larger studio. Any other goals?
Our goals right now is we're actively looking to expand our staff. So we just hired on a new trainee, and we're really excited about him, and we're looking to continue to grow that because we are right now at a position where all 4 of our instructors are close to capacity, and so we want to really be thinking about how we're going to continue to grow with that, and finding the right fit, finding the right person. We do provide training. Here at Stu, we do provide some paid training for people that show the right interest with it.
Right.
And it's a job that can really develop into a beautiful career. But that's our goal for this year, is to keep our students happy, keep the curriculum fresh, and always changing it, just little changes each month, trying to get it dialed in right. And the other thing is just understanding the seasons of the business too, and realizing when certain things are going to be more popular than others, and just tailoring it to our students as much as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anything else you'd like to share about the business?
I mean, gosh, it's got everything. It's got social, it's got exercise, it's got the skill of learning something new and developing that part of your brain. Engineers love this because it's both a black and white. I could show you a manual that thick of like exactly what to do, and so it satisfies that type of the brain, but then it's also an art form, and you learn to create art, and it's a beautiful thing. And so and everywhere in between. So I recommend people from all walks of life can find some dance that they'll enjoy,
Right.
and get so many benefits out of it.
Even if you're not super coordinated?
Especially if you're not super coordinated, this is where anybody can feel, the men can feel like men, masculine men, and the women can feel like beautiful ladies, Even I had one student who's like literally never worn a dress. And she finally, for the first time for her dance performance, wore a dress, and you could just see in her face she felt just gorgeous, and that was like so cool to see.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's cool.
That's
Very
awesome.
cool.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.